Hey everyone, it is Mr. Crayfish and welcome back to another furniture mod update. This has to be the biggest update to the furniture mod so far because it adds 98 blocks. That's insane. And this is because I've started to re-implement all the kitchen furniture. This is one part of my furniture mod you guys have been desperately asking me to re-add in the 1.14 update, and finally, it's here. Well, it's kind of here. I've still got to add the other stuff. But let's not keep this video delayed any longer. Let's check out what's new in this brand new update. So to start this off, we are going to be taking a look at everything to do with the kitchen. And I feel like this is one area of the furniture mod I absolutely love, especially with this new update. Not only has there been improvements to the models, but also the functionality. So the first piece of furniture is the kitchen counters, and these are essentially the foundation to any kitchen. And here we have the original 16 counters, which were in the previous version of the mod, but they have had some slight improvements, only in the model though. So if we go ahead and we take a look at it, to point it out, the top bit here is a little bit thicker, and just like the previous version, you can place them down and the model will conform to its neighboring counter blocks. But it wouldn't be a 1.14 update without adding some new content. So now you can actually get the kitchen counters in wood and the stripped log variants, and I absolutely love these because they have much more of a rustic feel compared to a modern feel. You were kind of forced to create a modern kitchen, but now you can actually create something that feels a little bit more, aged and has a lot more character to it. Especially these stripped, I love these stripped dark oak ones. I love them so much. Have a look at that. And let's go ahead, place down the acacia ones. They look really good too. So you have a lot of options now in the furniture mod to decorate your kitchen. Now, how do you craft the kitchen counters? Well, it's quite simple, but it's different for the wood ones versus the modern ones. So to create the modern kitchen counters, you're going to need 6 white concrete placed like that, 2 stone at the top corners, and then put the die of your choice in this top middle one, and that will give you 8 kitchen counters. Then to create the wood ones, all you simply got to do is do 6 like that, and then 3 logs at the top, and that will give you again 8 kitchen counters. Then it's the same for the stripped variants, so we have 6 planks at the bottom there, and then the stripped log at the top like that, and that will give you 8 counters. Now we need to make our kitchen look a little bit more like a kitchen, so this next piece of furniture is basically a variation of the counter, but it is a form of storage. And here we have the kitchen drawer, and here are the original ones that were in the previous version of the mod, so they come in all the 16 colors. And just like I revealed before, you can get the wood variants as well, and also the stripped log ones. So we're going to go ahead and decorate these kitchens here. So I've actually created 2 identical kitchens, one that is a modern style and then one with this new rustic feel. So let's go ahead, let's grab these out, and let's actually take a quick look at the models first because they have changed a little bit from the previous version. So here we have the modern looking one, and the main differences again is the top is a little bit thicker, but the actual handle at the front here is not so much a handle anymore, but more of a knob at the front. And then here we have the stripped dark oak one, and it looks absolutely amazing. I feel like these new ones just look so much better. I don't know, maybe it's just because I don't want a modern feel anymore. I want a more of a rustic feel. And then yeah, this one kind of looks alright. I guess that's just how it goes down. Now it's probably obvious, but these are a form of storage. So if you go ahead and you right click the front of the drawer here, it will open it up and you have 9 slots of storage inside. This one has an animation as well, so as you can see when I open it up here, actually I've got a little tool over here so we can actually keep it open. So let's go ahead, set open to true, and here is the open state of the kitchen drawer. Looks pretty cool, right? But now let's add this to the kitchen and show you guys how much it kind of changes the whole entire feel, because right now it's looking like a blank canvas. Let's go ahead, let's just add 3 of them there, and straight away you can already tell this is starting to feel a little bit more like a kitchen. We can go ahead, pop one there, and it's looking pretty good so far. So let's copy exactly the same on the other side here so we can, you know, compare the two. And that's looking pretty good. Now to craft a kitchen drawer, it's very similar to the counter, but it includes a chest. So we do basically the same, but with the white concrete at the bottom there, we don't put it in the middle. Let's put this stone at the top corners with our die at the top, and then in the middle, place a chest, and that will give you the kitchen drawer. And let's go ahead and do it for the wood ones. So we have 5 at the bottom like that, chest in the middle, and then the logs at the top. And then the stripped variant, so logs at the top, 5 down like that, and then chest in the middle, and that's not giving us the correct one. I'll have to fix that up. So this next and final piece of kitchen furniture has probably had the biggest improvements out of them all. Not only has the model changed, but also the functionality. Here we have the original kitchen sinks. Just like I was mentioning before, there is now wood variants, but this one is a little bit different because there are actually 2 different styles you can get in the wood versions. So here we have the wood variants, and you might notice if you actually look at the name there, it says oak kitchen sink, and then in brackets it says light. You might be able to guess what is in this chest, and we have a dark versions of it. So it can actually change the whole entire mood of the kitchen, and just, you know, having a white one can distract your eyes in a dark setting like this. Now something interesting to point out is that the model from the wood ones is actually different to the modern one, and the reason for this is because if I was to actually put this sink on the modern one, it would cancel out all the color, making the colored sinks pointless. I'm not gonna lie though, I think these wooden ones look absolutely amazing. Let's check out the functionality, because I think this is probably one of the most interesting parts of my furniture mod now, and it's something I think about every time I develop mods, and that is making sure that I kind of, you know, support tech mods. And basically the sink here can now hold any fluid. So previously you could only put water in it, but now you can actually put anything you like. So interesting thing to note is that you can now store up to 10 buckets of fluid, so you can put 10 buckets of water in the sink, and as I mentioned, you can put anything in there, so we could put 10 buckets of lava. But let's take a look at the dark versus light one here. So this is the dark, and as you can see, that looks pretty good. I like how it just seamlessly works into the design. But if we go ahead and we place the light ones here, even though they do work, it kind of is distracting your eye and making you want to look at the sinks here, because the white stands out, is a, you know, it's a big contrast against the dark oak here. So that is why I think, you know, maybe using the dark version here works better. But maybe if you were to create maybe like an oak kitchen, maybe the light version would work a little bit better, because the planks are a lot brighter. And ooh, okay, a little bit of an issue there that I'll have to fix up. But as you can see, those kitchens are looking nice. Let me know which one you think is better. Now, how do you craft these sinks? Well, it's quite simple and very similar to the other recipes. So we will go ahead and create the modern one. So we place 5 like that, 1 bucket in the middle, and then concrete at the top right corner, so that would be the color that you want, and then 1 iron ingot in the middle, and that shouldn't work. That makes sense. I forgot to add crafting recipes for the modern sinks. So to craft the wooden sinks, you're going to need to either grab grey concrete or white concrete, and depending on which one that you use, that will give you the light or the dark version. And what you need to do is put 2 in the top corners, put the stripped or plank, so giving you putting the stripped ones will give you the stripped version, and then putting the planks will give you the kind of normal wood version. We need to put a bucket in the middle and then an iron ingot at the top, and that will give you 2 kitchen sinks. Let's go ahead, let's do the wooden one. So planks like that, iron ingot at the top, bucket in the middle, and there we go. We have the regular oak one, and then we have the stripped oak sink. So these next two pieces of furniture are for the outdoors, and this first one we have here is the diving board. It is finally back in the game, and there have been some changes, not only in the model but also in the physics on and how it works. So it no longer has the handlebars, it's a much more of a simple model, but now when you actually take your first initial jump on the diving board, it's going to launch you a lot higher than usual. So let's go ahead, let's jump on it right now. Boing! So it actually has a new sound as well, as you can hear. And you can tell that on that first initial jump there, it's actually launching me quite high, because I wanted the first bounce to be just like super high on the diving board, so you can do, you know, tricks real easily instead of having to wait until you get high enough. I felt that was kind of a weird thing about the diving board, so you'll just get initial boost straight away. Now crafting the diving board is really simple. You're going to need 3 slime, 3 concrete, and then 1 light grey concrete. We're going to pop that there, and then I think it's white concrete at the top, and then slime balls in the middle there, and that will give you a diving board. This next piece of furniture again is for the outdoors, and this one has had a little bit of a change. Previously you could get this in every single color, but now I've kind of limited it to 1 color. Well, it's not really a color, and that is the doormat. So I've decided to go for a little bit more of a Minecraft feel. So this is not, oh, okay. This is not actually a color, this is actually hay. So I thought, you know, creating like a hay doormat would be a cool idea to fit the 1.14 feel. And as you might have seen there, when we actually place it down, we can set the message as you previously were able to in the last version of the furniture mod. So we can say welcome, whoopsie, welcome home, and click save, and that will put the message onto the doormat here. You can actually, you know, do anything else that you want. So MrCrayfish, or download this mod. Oh, yo, that is a good message. Now crafting this couldn't be any easier. All you need is 6 wheat, pop it in the crafting grid like that, and that will give you 1 doormat. But that is all for this update today. Oh, one thing, if you're taking really close attention right now, I've actually updated the grill model as well. But that again is the end of the video. This update is now available for download, so you can find the links in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video today, I'd appreciate if you could go ahead, drop a like down below, and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all these updates. And I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!